Hello MacroHeart community, welcome back after a long time. So today we are going to discuss about pricing. So we all know that when an asset is fungible, which means that it can be divided into smaller pieces, for example an ERC20 token, then an easy way to price such an asset is by the principles of demand and supply. So basically there are some holders of the asset who give the amount of asset that they are willing to sell, and on the other hand there are some agents who are willing to buy the asset. Now the amount of asset that is willing to be sold and the amount of asset that the buyers are willing to buy essentially brings the market to an equilibrium, and there is a price at which the sellers are happy to transfer the asset to the buyers. So one clear example of such a marketplace is an automated market maker like Uniswap. So in such a decentralized exchange, if we take an example of Ethereum versus dollars, then there is a pool of Ethereums and there is a pool of dollar tokens. Now, when someone wants to sell Ethereum, they put Ethereum in the Ethereum pool, which increases the supply of ETH, and the ratio of reserves of ETH and dollars give rise to the price of Ethereum with respect to USD. Similarly, if someone wants to buy Ethereum, they will put dollars in the dollar pool and they will extract Ethereum, thereby increasing the price of Ethereum. Now the problem comes when an asset is non-fungible or it's non-tangible. So for example, how would you sell an NFT, or how will you sell non-tangible commodities, for example, rent inside the house? So for such commodities, another pricing mechanism comes into play, and it is known as auctions. Now, you must have heard about auctions from movies or maybe in books. So auctions are usually of two types: English auctions and Dutch auctions. Now English auctions is the usual auctions that we are mostly familiar with. So let's take an example. Suppose Alice is an artist and she painted an art which she wants to sell. Now if she wants to sell this piece of art using English auction mechanism, then she will set a base price and the art will be open to bidding. Now interested buyers will then constantly bid for the art such that the next buyer gives a higher bid than the previous buyer. Now this mechanism goes on until Alice finds Bob, who is the highest bidder. This means that no other bidder is willing to pay a higher price which Bob is willing to pay. So therefore the art will be sold to Bob for the highest bid that he has placed. Now even from the references of movies, you must have noticed that English auctions usually take a lot of time, and there are usually wars between different bidders who are willing to purchase the piece of object. So what if we want to create an auction mechanism which is pretty fast, because the value of the asset that is being sold is very fragile and the value is decaying with time. So in such scenarios, there's another auction mechanism which is known as Dutch auction mechanisms. So here is how it goes. Again, suppose Alice has a tangible asset which she wants to sell, and this time let us say it is a flavorful dish which she has made. Now since she is selling a food item, it is pretty fragile and the value is decaying with time. So therefore she doesn't want to lose a lot of time during the auction. What she'll do is that she'll place a very high price for the food. For example, for a plate of pasta which she has made, she'll place a price of $10,000, which is unrealistically high. Now what she'll do is that with time she'll reduce the price of the pasta which she is selling such that the next value is $5,000, and so on. The value keeps on decreasing until Alice finds the first buyer. Suppose when the price goes down all the way from $10,000 to $1,200, someone is willing to buy the plate of pasta for $1,200. Then the first bidder who gives the bid gets to own the asset. So this way there is no war going on between different bidders, because just one bid closes the auction. So therefore Dutch auctions save a lot of time. So there are some more types of auctions, but Dutch and English auctions are usually the predominant ones. So that's all for today. If you find this video enjoyable and insightful, then press the like button. And if you're new to this community, then subscribe to Macro Hard, where we are building the next economy. So see you all guys tomorrow, and until then, bye bye.